Let me tell you a story that still makes me shake my head in disbelief every time I think about it. You know those days where you feel like the universe is dangling your future right in front of you, and all you have to do is not screw it up? That was me, Emma Brooks, 29 years old, standing in Cleveland's bustling airport, shoes pounding on the shiny floor, backpack slamming my shoulder with every stride, chasing after the final boarding call for Flight 287 to Seattle. I'd say for months double shifts, cheap dinners, fewer nights out with friends all, to get this one shot at a job interview that could finally turn my life around. That's the honest truth. I was desperate, determined, running out of time, and then life threw me a curveball I never saw coming. I was maybe 30 feet from the gate, so close I could smell the stale airport coffee and the perfume of the gate agent when I heard a sound that cut right through the noise. A shaky, almost frightened voice. "Help! Please, someone." I glanced over, and there, slumped near a row of empty seats, was an old man in a faded gray coat, his cane on the floor, one trembling hand clutching his chest, and panic in his eyes. Let me back up a sec. Me whole life, my mom drilled one thing into me. Kindness isn't about what you have, it's about what you give, especially when no one's watching. So there I was, frozen between everything I'd worked for and this stranger in trouble. The gate was right there. My dream was right there. But my heart wouldn't let me walk away. I dropped my bag, knelt beside the old man, and slipped into caregiver mode. Years of helping elderly folks as a side job had taught me what to do. I checked his pulse, asked if he could breathe, tried to keep him calm. The airport staff noticed, and in what felt like seconds, but was probably minutes, paramedics were huddled around us. And somewhere in the chaos, my flight took off. I heard my name paged, not once but 3 times, and I just sat there, holding the old man's hand until they wheeled him away. So there I was, at gate 16, my future gone with that plane, my boarding pass a crumpled mess in my sweaty palm. I can't lie to you, I felt wrecked. Not angry, just hollow. It had taken a whole year of grinding just to afford that ticket, and the job in Seattle was with a nonprofit for kids with disabilities. It was my dream, the kind of job you hang your hopes on. But the interview was scheduled for the next morning, and the next flight wouldn't get me there in time. I texted the hiring manager to say sorry and switched my phone off, not wanting to see their reply. For hours, I wandered that airport like a ghost. I was tapped out, no more savings, no backup plan, just me and a janitor who gave me a nod like he'd seen 100 stories just like mine. There was even this one woman at the coffee shop who looked at me with the kind of sympathy that almost made me cry. "You okay, miss?" she asked, and all I could say was, "Yeah, just missed my flight." That was all I had left. But here's where it gets weird, like movie plot twist weird. As I was dragging my tired feet past the coffee shop hours later, the barista calls out, "Miss Emma Brooks." I must have looked like I'd seen a ghost, but she smiled and said, "You've been requested at gate 4. There's someone waiting for you." Now, if you've ever been flat broke and lost in a big city, you know how much you second-guess anything that sounds remotely hopeful. Still, what did I have to lose? I followed her directions, dragging my battered old bag behind me. At gate 4, 2 men in dark suits greeted me like I'd stumbled into some secret club. "Miss Brooks, Mr. Harrington would like to meet you," one of them said, and before I could ask who Mr. Harrington was, they ushered me into this private lounge, dim lights, soft leather chairs, the works. And there he was, the same old man I'd helped, only now he looked like a king. Crisp navy suit, sipping tea, a little smile on his face. It was like he'd stepped out of a different world entirely. "I thought I'd never see you again," he said with a grin. "Sit, please." And I just stared at him. "Yeah, that happened." "You're okay?" I managed. He nodded. "Thanks to you." When I told him I'd missed my flight, lost my chance at a new life, he just smiled and waved his hand. "I know." I asked around, he said. I must have looked baffled because he leaned forward and offered me his hand. Arthur Harrington, founder and chairman of Sky Legend Airlines. That name hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, the guy didn't just own a seat on my planet, he owned the whole airline. He explained that he still liked visiting airports, watching people come and go. "You see the best and the worst in people here," he said, eyeing me with this mix of warmth and mischief. And today I saw something rare. Most people would have just walked past. You didn't. I tried to brush it. "Oh, I mean, come on. What was I supposed to do, leave him there? But he shook his head and said, "That's the problem. Not everyone would." Then he pulled out his phone and called someone right in front of me. "Tell the Seattle office to reschedule Miss Brooks's interview and fly the board of directors in. I want them to meet her." He looked me dead in the eye and said, "If the interview goes well, you'll have the job. Accommodation, salary will take care of everything. You won't need to worry about money for a while." I was stunned. Why? Why go through all this for me? He said simply, "Because the world needs more people like you. And because you helped an old man everyone else ignored." Fast forward 2 weeks, suddenly I'm in Seattle, wearing a company badge, walking through a city I thought I'd never see. Not only did I get the job, I was asked to help launch Sky Legend's new charitable wing focused on helping elderly passengers, low-income families, and caregivers. My story started spreading online, even though I never told the full details, not to my coworkers, not to the media, not even to my roommates, because for me, kindness was never about being seen. It was about doing what's right when no one's watching. And now, if you've seen the viral video of the woman grinning next to Arthur Harrington as he launches the airline's biggest humanitarian project, yeah, that's me. The woman who missed her flight and ended up soaring higher than she'd ever dreamed. That day, I lost what I thought was my only shot at a better life. But I gained something far more valuably, a chance to change the world for people who needed it most. You know what I mean? So let me ask you, when the chance comes to do something good, even if it costs you everything, would you take it? Because sometimes the detour you take out of kindness is the exact path meant to change your life forever. Leave your thoughts below. Do you believe one act of compassion can truly rewrite someone's story? Or is it just luck in disguise? I'd love to hear what you think.